And welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Surge Protector Podcast, a 60/40 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
My name's Alex Midway, brother, and I'm dead.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah. Hard R.
That wasn't till later. But I guess you're living under a rock. American icon and my idol until I was about 25, Hulk Hogan has passed away after battling that big, nasty, stinky Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, and then spending 20 more years just kicking A and taking ends. Eventually, he finally succumbed to his final 3 count to cardiac arrest.
Yeah, he definitely turned heel, not just in the wrestling world, but also in real life towards the back end of his career, and he had some interesting statements. He made a porn video that was that he was technically a part of, but it wasn't him. It was somebody plowing his wife.
Yeah, you know what? I've been told by numerous different people not to yuck other people's yums. We don't kink shame here. But, yeah, when you have to go through a full deposition and explain how Hulk Hogan, the character, has a 9-inch penis, not Terry Bollea, the person portraying said character, it's kind of takes the mystery out of the whole equation, you know?
Do you know the reasoning behind that lawsuit against Gawker?
I don't.
That was actually our good friend Peter Thielak, who funded that.
Wait a minute, this does sound vaguely familiar.
Old PD Pete, because he was angry about the fact that Gawker, like it was kind of a known fact that he was gay in Silicon Valley, but people weren't really mentioning it. And Gawker had this one part of it that dealt with technology. And they kept kind of bringing it up, and it was from Gawker that his parents actually found out, or got released to the whole world, that he was gay, and he kind of never let that down. He was a libertarian in a lot of his views, but then he worked overtime to bring down a newspaper, which is about as unlibertarian as he can get there.
Well, it's coming out is a big moment in somebody's life, and getting outed is a lot worse than we originally thought it was when we were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a billionaire, so you know what? I'm pro Gawker on this one.
Yeah, like I understand if he was keeping it quiet, nobody knew about it. But if a newspaper already knows about it and they weren't doing digging, it was like he's just showing up to parties with like hot dudes. I mean, he had a whole beard thing for a bit, but his private parties, he was always with guys. And it's the same thing I look at. Essentially, if I gave away the ending to Game of Thrones to you right now, you can't get mad at me. Like, if it's a week after it premieres and I tell you what the ending is, I'm the a-hole. But if you don't watch it for so long, you missed your opportunity. That's not on me.
I see you're going with the Hawkeyes dies argument.
That's the one.
Ruining friendships for years.
Yeah, don't spoil movies, man. That's an a-hole move.
Yeah, no, I mean, bad on Gawker. It's, especially his parents find out. But again, I got no love for billionaires, so eat the rich.
No. Someone outed you like big freaking whoop. Like, you still have a super yacht and you're talking about seafaring and seasteading, like building an island and getting away from everything. Like, I don't really have too much pity.
Yeah, you traded money for feelings. And you know what? Maybe this is why he's not rooting for the human race to just succeed. Gawker pissed him off so bad that now he's just rooting for the T-1000 to just do their business.
He's a gay man who grew up as a Republican. Like, the entire time, like, you're essentially just shaming yourself while you're hanging around these people. Like, that's not a fun environment to be in. Like, there's a lot of self-shaming, like self-hatred.
I don't know. The rest of the RNC seems to get away with it fine when they're crashing Grindr.
Yeah, but they're not out. They have their beards, they have their fake families and whatnot.
If I can't live my life the way I want to, then I hope all children starve.
Yeah. F all them kids. I'm going to watch it on the Palantir live feed.
Oh, all they really needed was like a hug as growing up. Just it. Like, hey, buddy, you matter. The things they're trying to take away from kids.
Well, you know who else needs a hug right about now? It's his buddy Elon, because last time we chatted, it was Tuesday. And it was at 3:32, and honestly, I was looking at this yesterday, and it freaking went up. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, how did this happen? I looked at the earnings statements. They missed all the projections. Last year, their revenue was $25.5 billion. The markets were expecting it to fall to 22.74. And Tesla said, hold my electric charger. How's 22.5 sound? So they lost $3 billion from the last year. And I don't know, whatever could have happened though. Like, is it the fact that you're working for Doge and ruining people's lives here domestically? Or the fact that you're like, you know what, that's not enough. Let me go endorse a far-right party. What are they called? Alternative for Germany, AfD. Yeah. And a far-right party in Germany that really hurts your stock. If there's anywhere they learn from their past mistakes, the Germans ain't messing around with that.
Well, that's true. It could also be that everybody's pining for their fearless leader to return. And when he comes back, he's like, guys, I'm going to make a Waffle House, but with computers. I finally did dig into that diner.
Like, can we do car figs? Like, no. I'm going to create some really nifty boxes for our hamburgers. Like, okay.
And they're like, well, he's a genius, so why question anything?
It's called misdirection, you stupid poor.
Oh, we'll get to that one shortly.
So, let's get over to Ukraine. And over here, we like to think we're kind of center leaning. So we'll report on the good, we'll report on the bad. There's been a little bit of an uproar in Ukraine. There's some people have been breaking curfew. There's been a martial law imposed in Ukraine because, something about a giant country invading you. You kind of want the people off the streets at a certain hour. But Zelensky passed some bills that were eroding the powers of anti-corruption agencies. And verbatim, the law placed the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, the NABU, that sounds awesome, and the Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, the SAPO, but again, really cool acronyms, under the direct authority of a country's prosecutor general, a position appointed by the president. So it's kind of all linked back to one man. And a lot of people in Ukraine weren't happy with it, and countries supplying things to Ukraine aren't happy with it because, I don't know, they're already talking about how this country just always corrupt and full of Nazis, and then you're kind of doing this number. It's going to help the troll farms.
Well, I agree. Yeah, not a great look. But at the same time, you've been getting pounded for 3 years. This is the first 3 rounds of Rocky, where it's just a massacre. But somehow you're just still hanging in there. Like, sometimes, I get it. Sometimes you just got to put everything else on hold. And guys, we got to focus on this. Yeah.
Zelensky's done a great job. And I'll trust him. It's the same thing with a football. Football teams. If the front office has shown me that they know what they're doing, I'll give them a little bit of leeway before I start piling on. These guys do it for a living. Zelensky kept Ukraine from becoming a province of Russia for 3 years. No one expected that. So if he passes, he makes some missteps here and there, I understand that. And in his he actually did this because he said they're trying to combat Russian influence. But I'll give him credit. When people came out, they protested in the streets, and instead of jailing all of them and changing laws and be like, this is unpatriotic. He's like, hey man, I'll listen to you. And he said he's going to introduce something else that'll actually restore solidarity, or keep the two bureaus by themselves without oversight, so to speak.
Yeah, it's I feel like he's done such a good job, and it's been so calm, cool, and collected.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give him a little bit of slack here. Again, the GM, the football GM is the perfect analogy where I'm like, I don't know, man, this sounds kind of insane and dumb, but you got us to a playoffs 2 years in a row. I'm willing to trust it. Let's try it.
I'll crucify you in the end for it and say, oh, I never understood why that guy had a job. But yeah, for the time being, like, give him a little bit of wiggle room to breathe here.
Yeah, it's like that that hilarious Josh Allen bust tweet.
Yeah, I can't believe anybody didn't see that guy for being the monster that he became. What a bunch of dummies.
Oh, yeah. Well, luckily I have a screenshot. Anywho.
Hey, Palantir, I need that screenshot deleted.
Yeah. Part of the
I'll
Epstein
dox
list.
this
It
guy
just
right
disappeared. Like
now. I'll either get rich or bring you down.
like a fart in the wind. Somehow it got deleted. It never happened. It was never here.
I actually ended up watching the South Park before we came on, and
all right, so scrap this whole episode. Let's only talk about that.
He's like, I think I'm gonna kill myself, and you too, Butters.
Yeah. Granted, a little biased here. My favorite episode of South Park so far.
It's good so far, but again, I think we just touched base on this one. We might be jumping on it too early. By Tuesday, if you haven't watched it, we're going to do a full breakdown, unless our country breaks down first. And honestly, it's a 50-50 chance of either one happening. So we'll talk about it more in depth.
Yeah, it's probably better I watch this episode 4 or 5 more times just to really get some notes on it.
Yeah, just to really memorize everything.
Do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's amazing.
It's golden. It's the proper use of AI. I'll leave it at that.
100%. Question for you, big guy. Do you ever read past the headlines?
Every now and then.
No, it's because you're a liberal, hippie, socialist, sheep, gay, fascist, Antifa, America hater. Or at least that's what our current administration wants you to believe. So this weekend, our commander-in-chief retruthed, or whatever he does, a cool video of President Obama getting arrested and going to jail, which is hilarious because in the one single stroke of a tweet, or truth, or whatever they call it, not only did he manage to completely put a spotlight on the dangers of AI, he also murdered irony right in the middle of Fifth Avenue. It's hilarious to me. Post came after Timu Rogue, Tulsi Gabbard, came out with this big bombshell news that Obama had been staging a coup to just pounding us with Russian disinformation, and how he was trying to hurt President Trump in the 2016 election, which is pretty good. And she went through and just over and over using words like their favorite one, hoax, and coup and whatnot, which is hilarious to me because January 6th, somehow not a coup. Obama reporting 100% a coup 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's I honestly, to raise money to make up and get rid of the federal deficit, there should be just outtake videos of these guys prepping to go on stage. Be like, hold on. We're saying that's the guy who tried to overthrow the Capitol. Like, all right, hold on. Let me put on the game face. Like, oh, I can't do it. I can't. Like, we know January 6th happened, right?
I think, and I would 100% pay for this, depending on the pricing. Whenever Trump hawks something, it's outrageously expensive. But hear me out. They do a press conference, and then for $24.99, you get to see the behind-the-scenes footage of what they just did, kind of like the end of a funny movie, how they always do the outtakes. Mm-hmm. Same thing, only it's the meeting prep before going into it. I would pay for it.
Yeah. No, that'd be ideal. Like Carolyn Levitt, like they're rehearsing with her beforehand. Like, what if they ask you about what really happens? Like, I'm just going to deflect and say you're unpatriotic. Like, yeah, that's a good one, Carolyn. Like, roll with that.
This is a big one. So if you're really worried about the Lord above sending lightning down, you might want to take anything metallic off your neck.
Yeah.
You always know it's a great lie when she's not rocking the cross.
Oh yeah, when she tucks that bad boy in, it's Epstein time.
Actually, I had my fingers crossed the entire time, so I can't be charged.
I whispered when the microphone was off. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
So the bombshell portion came as Gabbard announced that they had found evidence Russia did not even have the ability to manipulate the actual vote tallies because their hackers couldn't access our voting systems or our machines, despite Obama saying Russian was meddling in our election, right?
Well, I mean,
Smoking gun, baby. Just like Hunter Biden's laptop. We got him, guys. High fives all around.
yeah, I mean, when they came out, and even Obama was talking about it. The fact is, like, they never changed the tallies. Like, the voting machines are just fine, but when you're running a troll farm and all kinds of other things, like again, Hunter Biden's laptop, like that's still kind of messing with it. What's it, Cambridge Analytica? Like, there's a bunch of those that came out.
Yeah, so their smoking gun, quote unquote, isn't so much that that Russia was, Obama was pushing this. Russia's screwing with our tallies. They came out and said they couldn't. He did say they were meddling with the bot farms and the conspiracy theories and the paying podcasters and stuff, which they had a big hearing about it, and it happened. Who was running that bad boy, that investigation?
Was it Tulsi?
Way back when, in 2017?
Was it Tulsi or Marco?
It was Marco.
There it is.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, he has not been able to be reached for comment quite yet. But hopefully, when everybody else gets back in 40 days or so, he'll have something to chime in about it.
Little Spine Marco, as he's called now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the fun part was they weren't even really like, this should be the talking heads, the Newsmaxes, the Foxes. Everyone should be going ape over this news, right? Knowing full well there's nothing you can do about it. But they should still be running their smear campaign. Even Fox isn't covering this. And they went nuts like 2 weeks ago over a rumor that the Obamas might be getting divorced.
They pivoted away from that. His wife is a man.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still like, they're not even covering this like it's actual news, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, oh, they finally grew a little bit of the spine, used some logic. This is clearly an Epstein, distraction. But then I started doing a little bit more digging. It turns out Rupert Murdoch might actually just be pissed at Trump and over it.
I mean, he was over it for a while with him, but then he saw like his viewers loved it, and rich people love money. It's one thing that they all have in common.
That is true. But after the Rupert Murdoch owned Wall Street Journal put out that story about the Trumpy birthday card, Epstein, and I guess Trump went after him, called him a bunch of names on Truth, and then I guess he's doubling down on it now, man.
I tell you what, watching rich people fight, that's another thing I'd pay money for. Like, honestly, those are court proceedings I would watch. Like, C-SPAN, when they're talking about, like, the bills in Congress, could care less. Everybody's voting down party lines. Rich dudes smearing each other in court with just a bunch of high-priced lawyers, $24.99 all day, baby.
You remember a few years ago when we thought we were actually going to get that fight for a few minutes over between Zuck and Elon?
Zuck would have wiped the mat with him. Zuck actually trains. And he's a robot.
Yeah, I'm even though Musk has size, Zuckerberg would have absolutely ruined him.
I mean, he has size, but it's like, does he have any coordination at all?
No, you saw him throw that ball and the metal ball at the Cybertruck window.
Yeah, and I also saw him jump on stage when he came out to his Orange Daddy. Like, that dude has about 3 inches of lift.
That being said, I don't think we've ever actually we've seen pictures of Zuckerberg back when he was like doing the billionaire, all the things all billionaires should be doing, where he's like, I do jujitsu in the morning and then I surf all afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw stills. I never saw actual video of him actually doing anything.
Zuckerberg could right now not train for a month and still violently destroy Musk.
Who do you think, celebrity-wise, who's like the least scary celebrity that could still beat up the billionaires? I know it's tough.
I don't know. When you said least scary, I was going to say Stephen Miller Babette. But then, who'd still beat up. I was like, well, that rules him out.
No, celebrity across the board.
Who's you got to beat up?
Zuckerberg or Musk.
But it's not the same.
It's pretty much the same.
That's your first round draft pick, and that's your undrafted rookie.
Do you think Jerry Seinfeld could beat up Mark Zuckerberg?
No. Has a chance with Musk.
All right,
Everyone has a chance with Musk.
Danny DeVito
has a chance with Musk. He would just bite them kneecaps and just groin punch. Oh no! What happened? I was wearing 2 hats. Ah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't really. Peter Dinklage.
Musk.
I think he could do Musk.
Yeah. No one's beating up Zuck.
I mean,
have you
plenty
seen
of
Superman?
people can beat up Zuck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but have you seen Superman lately? The new one?
I have not watched it yet.
Oh, bee's knees, man.
I heard it was woke garbage. And liberal ass Hollywood is now trying to make us believe that Superman isn't American. He's actually from a completely different planet, making him illegal.
Yeah, well, he needs to get deported.
When did they start changing the things that have been exactly the same since the 30s?
It's like with people who are, what's it called, like, when did Rage Against the Machine get so woke? Like, seriously, dude?
Speaking of which, see this dope Rage Against the Machine, Bernie Sanders getting arrested in the 60s collab?
Mm-hmm. That's a keeper.
You can visit us on Patreon and get a picture of this.
Yeah, we're a podcast, buddy, so the viewers can't exactly catch on about one.
Well, if you follow us on Patreon, or send me some Patreon, I will send you a picture of this without my head.
I think you mean Patreon. Patron's a drink.
Honestly, either way at this point, we need something out of here. all these socialist listeners just not paying for anything.
Yeah, give us monies. We'll shill whatever product you have.
So, so clearly this is just another try to anything to throw at the wall to get people to talk about anything other than the Epstein list. And I'm glad it's falling flat on his face.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're also taking a break right now. They all punched out without voting on anything. And before they left, speaking of voting on things, do you remember our girl Lisa Murkowski?
Old Mitch McConnell, Murkowski.
Uh-huh. Oh, Lisa thought she got one over. And she's like, a big, beautiful bill. It's, I need to work a few things in here. He's like, I need to make sure that Alaska's taken care of. And honestly, I don't know, man. It's essentially the Titanic sinking, and she negotiates herself, like her and her family getting a lifeboat. I kind of get it at that point.
Disagree.
Continue.
100% disagree.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine you're on the Titanic, right?
Okay.
Okay. And your options are you can either hop in this lifeboat, right? You and your family, and just beat it, right? Because these things are going quick. But you also find out the Titanic doesn't have to hit the iceberg. You can just pull the steering wheel off a little to the right, and there's no accident in the first place. She let the boat hit the iceberg and then jumped on a leaky lifeboat. I don't care. My job is Alaska only. Like, no, you just screwed 49 other states.
You know what? If we're both on a Titanic, I am stomping your idealistic face on the way to your lifeboat. Because if you think that boat full of senators who pledged fealty to a draft-dodging POS weren't going to vote for this thing the entire time, you got another thing coming, and you got the bill.
They didn't have the votes. They didn't have the votes. They were close, but they didn't have the votes.
Yeah. They would have moved. All of them said, we're like, I can't vote for this. This is horrible. Like, just so they could sneak in a couple extra things for themselves. It's standard politics stuff. That bill was passed.
Buddy, it failed a couple different times before old Orange Boy showed up with some signed hats and T-shirts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
No, she could have held it. And then everybody would hate somebody else.
Just so we're clear, you're putting you're hitching up your cart to the horses that were changed by a couple T-shirts to screw their constituency. You think those are the people with a spine that would have held out against Trump?
You could have held in solidarity. There weren't enough votes to do it. And
got done.
And then she said the worst thing. I did sign it, but I hope it doesn't pass. So like, no, that's good. Get Luigi on the phone. It's people like you that are ruining politics.
The fact that she came out and said, like, I hope it doesn't pass, like, that's the dumbest thing. Like, what I equate that to is you're essentially in a room. It's you, two other people, and there's a psycho. And you guys, one of you has a gun, another one's got a couple bullets. And you guys are all playing hot potato. And here you go, you throw your gun to the psycho, and you're like, well, as long as no one else throws him some bullets, and dear God. Like, that's the same thing right there. Like, I know this is horrible and I shouldn't be doing this, but someone else has to stop this train.
No. You'll never convince me otherwise. There was enough rock in there that we could have pulled this off. We could have ended it. And she was like, no, let the boat hit the iceberg.
Well,
as long as I get a lifeboat.
Agree to 1,000,000% disagree, and we will find out who is right when the Republicans keep passing legislation to F over the American people. And I'm like, yeah, see, none of them have a spine, and I will be proven correct.
Like I said, the bill failed a handful of times before this dummy showed up and was like,
what happened?
This dummy that you're starting to feel sympathetic for was like, no, let's just continue the course straight into this iceberg.
No, I see where she was coming from because she knew it was going to pass. But the fact is, Trump ended up and screwed her over. So the reason she held out was to ease the phase out of tax credits for solar and wind energy that, Biden did in the Inflation Reduction Act. She wanted about 12-month window for the clean energy projects, which would end about in 2027. The tax credits would help alleviate the looming energy crisis that is happening up there in Alaska. Since the electrical grid serves about 75% of the population, and it's kind of a lot of it's declining due to the resources of natural gas. So switching to clean energy and all that other stuff would have helped out her state. And instead of phasing it out immediately, she's like, you know what? Why don't we phase it out slowly? Like, this is a good thing. She just wanted to go ahead and, again, prepare her little lifeboat as in the state.
How these people just keep being like, they're helping us, but he's a socialist. It kills me. He keeps helping our people, and that's un-American. So let's just steer this bad boy straight into the iceberg. Is there any way to speed this ship up?
Yeah. I can't wait for the history. Well, if we ever have history lessons again for the kids, and just have a look at like what Biden did and what Trump did. Like that's gonna be amazing to read later on. Like everyone's like, Biden's an old man. Like he's either senile and useless, or he passed all these things and ran a cabal government. Like you can't have both.
Well, all I know for sure is if he was diddling kids on an island, they would have put that list out already.
Jesus. Like, the whole thing, like, with Republicans, they're always screaming about it, and they're usually getting busted. And, like, there's just a slew of, like, dudes in red MAGA hats who have been touching kids. And always, like, anytime you turn on the news, there's another one out there who's like, I hate the gays, and like he's tapping his feet in an airport like bathroom stall. Like they're always doing that. And like the Democrats get busted for like tweets 20 years ago.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi, who I don't really care for, retweeted this this hilarious joke from White Chicks or some movie from 2004. They're like, is she too racist? Should we spend a week talking about this with our talking heads? And like, meanwhile, like Trump clearly on an Epstein list, allegedly, is like, it was Obama.
Like, it's wild. Like, they were crucifying Biden when he fell one time on the stairs. Like, Trump has done it. He keeps making fun of Jerome Powell. He's like, who's the idiot who installed this guy? Like, yeah, that was you, dummy. That was in your first term. You put him in.
Yeah, I can't believe they hired him.
Yeah,
it was you. You're the they. Are you using pronouns now?
Like, no one's asking him that question, but like Biden makes one slip up when he's just been passing all this legislation, like working overtime, and he was doing it in a bipartisan fashion. Like, that's what was so tough about it. Like, Trump's over here is like, screw the poors, like, and they pass it. He doesn't have to do anything. He goes golfing.
These guys are so mad that a black guy got the job 20 years ago that they're now just like, yes, I believe the child molester. I trust his moral integrity.
Well, his administration has Jesus. They all wear crosses. Like, yeah, but they're gold encrusted.
Yeah, so did every priest who molested a kid.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to get mad again.
Fair enough. Well, let's go to what happened. Yeah, let's talk about what happened to Lisa, because she got all that on there. She went ahead and passed the bill, threw the gun, and someone else threw the bullets to the psycho. Now, well, Navi went ahead, and Trump has come out, and he said that he's going to institute an actual measure that gets rid of, like, they take a look at all the EV credits, and they pretty much stop, the market, I forgot what it's called, and I probably should have written this down earlier, but market manipulation of energy. So essentially any subsidies for an up-and-coming thing, like, what China is doing is China's gotten really well into it, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to go back to drilling for coal, like oil and coal. Like, get the F out of here. But essentially, the thing that she worked in the One Big Beautiful Bill has now just been destroyed. And that's kind of like what I talked about on on Tuesday's episode with Tesla. And they're like, yeah, what about the Tesla subsidies? Like, we should still get $3 billion. Like, yeah, best of luck to you on that one, because the White House is even looking on how to bump out SpaceX out of a Golden Dome project as well. So
yeah, they're tapping Bezos now.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Bezos did slobber all over that ring.
And he sent Katy Perry to space, so...
But he also brought her back, so, zero-sum game.
No, I had no problem with Katy Perry until about a year ago. Now, I don't know. The hell with her.
I mean, she's got her pulse in what the common person is up to. She released a set list from space, and we were out there just fighting each other to get a dozen eggs.
Yeah, speaking of which, I haven't heard anybody say anything about the astronomical price of groceries recently.
Yeah, beef went up. It's not what's for dinner.
Pretty much everything did. It's a good thing tariffs are working and making things cheaper.
Yeah, but I mean, we bombed Iran.
Yeah, so, like we said we weren't. President of peace, baby.
Feel-good story of the episode. Did you hear about the guy who moved to Russia with his family to get away from the LGBTQ agenda?
I did.
So he moved there, and they said, you know what, buddy? You're going to get this house, a little dacha, and life is good. And to join, if you want to join the military, be really patriotic, we'll put you in the back. You'll be like a little welder, something else. And did you hear what the latest thing happened?
I'm assuming it worked out great, and he finally got away from all those gays and socialists.
Well, good news first. His wife is getting a toaster.
Cool.
Bad news. It's a consolation prize for losing your husband in the war, because he's dead. Frontline infantry, baby.
Maybe Uncle Elon was right. Maybe empathy is weak, because I feel nothing for these dummies.
I mean, he'll never see his son, or, I don't know, he had a son or daughter turn gay, so mission accomplished. Hang the banner. No,
I hope Pussy Riot comes and plays the wake of his funeral just to rub it in a little bit more. Assuming they're not all dead in a gulag.
I have zero pity for self-inflicted wounds. And you can quote that from Alex Midway, brother.
Yes, and unlike Hunt for the Red October, Miss Murkowski, sometimes it is not wise to steer into the torpedo. Brother! I'm Eric Halsey.
Daddy, chill.
Later, Gators.